Newcastle kept a clean sheet against us. PSG kept a clean sheet against us. And now Everton have kept a clean sheet against us. Back to back to back games with no goals scored. PSG is one thing. PSG is one thing. That's supposed to be the best team in Europe. Obviously they won the Champions League last year. They're getting back into form. But for Everton to destroy us like this really tells me that there's damn near no hope left this season. Back to back videos with the depression hoodie on. You know what time it is, but like, subscribe, all that good algorithm stuff would be much appreciated. I honestly barely want to talk about this game, but let's just get straight into it. Everton 3, Chelsea 0. What more is there to say? Same old, same old. And I think we've just lost the plot. We've lost the plot. I've seen all the videos about the banter error. I even talked about that in my PSG video. But it's reaching levels that it should not be reaching. And Everton, shout out to Everton. They look like they might even get Champions League football ahead of us. I mean, maybe even ahead of Liverpool. And honestly, if it's between them and Liverpool, I'm rooting for them to get it over Liverpool because it looks like we're going to be in the Conference League. But really, Beto scoring a brace against us? Beto? I mean, he looked good today, don't get me wrong, but let's not act like Beto is some premier level striker. This is poor. I mean, look at the lineup. Obviously, Chalaba's injured, so Hato's starting at center back. Lavia starting. Reece James is injured, so Gusso's starting. I mean, this same attacking setup, which clearly has lost all attacking mojo. For some reason, Andre Santos can't start anymore, even though he was getting consistent minutes under Rosenior for a few games. Now, all of a sudden, he's coming off the bench. It's just Caicedo even looked flat today. It's just if this is how we respond to getting our cheeks clapped by PSG, no pause, and seeing United drop points yesterday, Liverpool drop points earlier today, and then we come in here with a massive opportunity to get back in this top 4, top 5 race, whatever, and we drop this performance, I'm here to tell you the season is this close to being over. Oh, hell no! And I'm not even like, it's hard to even be upset anymore. Like, it's hard to really be mad because the football is just not good. It's not good. If you watch us attacking, sure, we had a chance here or there, but there was never a point where I really felt like, oh my God, we're going to score. Until a certain person came on. There was no point up until that point where I was like, damn, Chelsea, we're really unlucky. I mean, okay, we had that point where we were planning playing pinball in the box and they kept blocking our shots. Sure, that was a bit scrappy. And then we had I think it was Enzo off a corner. He gets a rebound and he puts it on target, and Pickford makes a good save. To be fair to Pickford, that's a good save. But even those are like half chances that are just coming off of scrappy moments. There's no pattern of play between our actual front six that's showing me, okay, we can consistently score goals. And I don't know where it's gone, because if you look at Chelsea under Rosenior, not everything's been sunshine and rainbows, but we started in good form under him because we were scoring goals. I forget exactly which game he came in. I think he came in for Brentford maybe, or Paphos. I don't know. I think Arsenal. Charlton maybe was his first game. Either way, it might have been Charlton. Either way, there was a run of games. Even if we're losing, we're scoring goals. Scoring goals. We scored a goal. Scoring three. Scoring three. Scoring three. Obviously, Arsenal, it is what it is. Scoring three. Scoring two in a draw. Scoring four, obviously, FA Cup. But one against Burnley, one against Arsenal. All of a sudden, we're back to scoring four. But then the goals are just dried up. I guess teams have figured us out. I mean, it's not that hard to figure out, but it's just not good enough. It's not good enough. And I mean, just to quickly touch on Everton's goals, Beto, guess what? Guess what? One ball through, and Beto's in on goal. Good finish from him, to be fair. That was a clean finish, but Sanchez, maybe he made the wrong call in coming out. I'm not completely mad at that. It's not his fault that his defense just like one ball through the entire field. from James Garner. And then the second one, Idrissa Gay, who's like 36, is looking like the most energetic midfielder on the pitch, busting down the right side. I think Cucurella lost it in possession. He's busting down the right side, plays through to Beto. Beto, he put some power on it. I'll give it to him. But Sanchez, come on, bro. He gets basically megged in the goofiest way possible. Tries to get back and clear it off the line. It's just poor. It's really poor. And somehow Sanchez and Jorgensen are still going band for being the goofiest keeper in the league, which is crazy. And Sanchez even had some good saves in this game, but it doesn't matter. If we're giving away a goal a game off a mistake, I don't care about the rest of the amazing saves and the dramatics and the flair. I need you to, first of all, come in, do the basics, save everything you're supposed to save, and not mess up the distribution. We don't need to be playing out from the back. And that's another thing. We really don't need to be playing out from the back. He almost conceded a goal from kicking the ball and trying to play it out from the back, and Beto was on him. I think it was Beto. There was no reason to be playing out from the back if we're clearly seeing we don't have the facilities for that. We're not of the level. Okay, sometimes you just have to accept. I don't care how big a club we are. We're not at the level to be playing out the back with the players that we have. At a certain point, you just have to say, okay, we're going to commit to going long. Joao Pedro is not the most physically dominant striker, but he's pretty decent in terms of winning flick-ons and stuff like that, and we need to play off of that. This playing out from the back thing, it looks nice on paper. It makes it seem like, oh, we're at this high possession side, but we do nothing with possession. What does possession matter if we haven't scored a goal in 3 games? It's embarrassing. We play better when we don't have possession for some reason. Work out how that even makes sense. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty obvious. It's not rocket science, but for some reason, we're still trying to play it out of the back. And it's poor. It's goofy. It's banter. It's clown. It's comedy. It's just like, I couldn't help but laugh at the second goal. It was that silly. Like, it's just silly every time. And Sanchez, he's had a much improved season. I'm not going to try to rewrite the season and act like he's been terrible. He's been great across the season. He's had mistakes here and there, especially against United, Arsenal, things like that. But it comes to a point where we have to upgrade. And I know you can even argue at a point in time Sanchez had a good shout for our player of the season. Maybe that's gone out the window now. But at a certain point, there's a ceiling, and we've hit the ceiling. And Sanchez, no matter how many great saves you make, it's not worth the mistakes. Maybe he can be a good backup cup keeper. Maybe he could stay in that role. But he can't be the starter simply because the backup in Jorgensen is that much worse. That's not a good. That doesn't give me confidence as a Chelsea fan that our keeper is only our starting keeper, because our backup keeper is just bad, and then our starting keeper is just decent to silly. We need Sanchez to be at best our backup. I don't know if this was it the Mike Penders kid. I don't know. I haven't watched him in Liga. I'm not going to speak too much on him, but even him, he's young. We're going to be putting a lot of pressure on him. But even then, Lamens has come in at United and just made things look calm. No one talks about Lamens because he's doing what he needs to do. Just simple goalkeeper basics. If Penders can come in and do that, hey man, bring him in. I mean, I'd rather get someone experienced and we know is established and surefire. But even if it's Penders, if he can just do that, then I'm not mad at it. But I'm worried he's gonna get poisoned by the people around him. But yeah, that second goal was just ridiculous. And then the third goal, Iliman Ndiaye, a proper winger, something we're lacking outside of the person who came on. I'm saving that for last. Just a banging goal. He's through again. Not many people back. I mean, isn't even worth talking about these substitutions. I mean, Garnacho came in. I mean, Gusto came out, so our shape changed. Caicedo's out at right back, which kind of leads to his third goal because he really shouldn't be in that one-on-one scenario. Santos finally gets some minutes again, and we'll talk about Starboy, but Ndiaye, what a finish. What a finish. That's a goal. That's a goal. I mean, not to say he was doing that all game, but to have that moment of quality, Garnacho doesn't have that. Pedro Neto doesn't have that. And he's doing the work rate stuff off the ball. And then when he gets that moment, he slams it in top corner. That's someone we need to be looking at bringing in. Someone with the work rate plus quality. And he's a and he's a great dribbler as well. That's the level. That's the level. At least the level. I mean, I'm one Barcola or Kvaratskhelia or something, but I know I'm dreaming. I'm in delusional land. But at least someone of an Iliman Ndiaye who's proven in the Premier League. That's the level we need to be going for. We went for Garnacho, who's proven to do not much in the Premier League. I know he scored goals for United, but the quality wasn't there. And we went for him over someone like an Iliman Ndiaye. Just don't just miss me with that. Miss me. I don't even want to get back into it because if we look back at our window, we could do a whole video on our window. It's catastrophic. It's catastrophic. But the one player I want to talk about, I'm not going to drag this video on too long, but the one player I want to talk about that really is the only light in the dark is Esteval, who's finally got some minutes again today after being injured for a while. It feels like at least a month. It feels like 2 months, honestly. He's been gone. Obviously, he had the family situation. He played after that, but then, yeah, the injury. But he came on today and instantly, without even like a warm up period, just as soon as he touched the ball, the quality difference, the innovation, the looking up, the optimism, the trying stuff, the effectiveness, the efficiency, just the quality on the ball, even the crosses, the from the set pieces, the corners, just the level is just being shown. And this kid is a kid. He's a kid, and maybe because he's that much younger, there's just a certain level of fearlessness to him that even in a game where we look this poor, he can come on and say, "I'm just going to take the ball and make something happen." But that's what we need. Everyone else is just passing side to side, side to side, side to side. I'm done with that. I'm done with that. I don't need to see that anymore. Give it to someone who can make a difference, and that's Esteban. And you can see when he came on, players are just looking to him, getting him the ball, saying, "Hey, try to make something happen." And he almost created 2 goals for us in what 20 minutes of play. He needs to be. I know he's eight. Whether he's 18, and I know he's coming back off an injury. But as soon as he's able, Esteban has to be starting every game for us in the Premier League, FA Cup, whatever. At least in the Premier League, if we're serious about getting top 4, top 5, Esteban has to be starting every single game because he is our best attacker by a distance this season. Well, joao Pedro obviously in terms of scoring goals, but it's shown that joao Pedro can even be dragged to the depths with Palmer and Enzo and Garnacho and Neto. He hasn't looked. I mean, joao Pedro does play well even when he doesn't score, but and so does Palmer in some games, some games. But Enzo was not good. Neto was not good. Garnacho was not good. Esteval was the only light. If we can start him and joao Pedro every game, I have a little bit of hope. A little bit of hope. Esteval is the only player who can save the season because after today's game, I'm damn near ready to write it off. I mean, look at the table. Everton winning that game pushed them within 2 points of us. After United dropped points and Liverpool dropped points, we could have been on 51 and we would have been in fourth on goal difference. That's massive. We got to see how Villa's game goes tomorrow. But now Brentford and Everton are really sniffing this spot that we're in, and we're in a very precarious situation. And our upcoming games, I mean, it doesn't get much easier because we've had this run of death. Coming off this, obviously we have FA Cup, but then City, United, both at home, and we're terrible at home. Brighton, I mean, that's a must win. I know it's away, but that's a must win. We need those 3 points banked. And even United, that's a 6-pointer at this point, even though I'm pretty sure they're going to get Champions League. And then Forest, I mean, that's a must win. Relegation fodder, that's a must win. And then Liverpool, Tottenham. I mean, this run is crazy. We already know that, but let me know what you think. I'm not going to go any longer because this is just depressing at this point. And I want to do more fun videos. At this point, Chelsea, I'll still do the match reactions when I can, but let's do some more fun videos. I see people are talking crazy on Neymar, and Neymar is one of my favorite players ever. One of the players that got me into loving the sport. So I may do a video on that because the Neymar disrespect I've been seeing is different, is next level. And maybe another debate reaction. I got some fun videos I want to do, but turn to Chelsea, brother. This season is spooky. It's spooky. It's very spooky. But like, subscribe, all that good algorithm stuff would be much appreciated. I'll see you guys probably for the FA Cup game next week. But before that, I'm going to try to get 2 videos out at least this week on some more fun, lighthearted debate topics. Let's get discussing stuff. We much appreciate it if you check those out. And I'll see you guys next time.